Hello, and welcome to my presentation on History Adventures, a digital learning platform for a digital generation. I'm very pleased to present this at the 2021 International Big History Association Conference. My name is Spencer Stryker. I'm Associate Professor of Digital Media Design at Northwestern University in Qatar. And so what is History Adventures? Well, it's a next-gen, fully interactive digital learning platform that was nominated for Best Educational App at the 2020 Reimagined Education Awards. And here's a 2-minute sizzle trailer to give you a sense of what the product is all about.
Do you find history boring? Unfortunately, too many children in schools today would agree with you. We at History Adventures World of Characters want to change that. By combining first-rate historical interpretation, cutting-edge mobile entertainment design with the power of narrative, History Adventures inspires interest-driven learning for students. To date, we have received over $250,000 of grants, fellowships, and angel investments. The product has received excellent press and reviews in media outlets ranging from education technology to screenwriting. History Adventures World of Characters presents a fresh approach to history education, designed for the digital generation. This interactive learning experience combines mobile entertainment technology with the power of narrative design, bringing the pages of history to life. Especially in these difficult times, History Adventures is here to help students and teachers make the most of the opportunities of online learning. Right now, History Adventures is piloting in 5 schools across the United States and is about to go international. Our surveys indicate greater engagement and measurable increases in retention of knowledge. From our original Apple Book product to our new Chromebook web app, Android, iOS, Google Play, and Kindle, History Adventures will be accessible in 2021 on every device and platform, found at home and in the classroom. History Adventures is at the vanguard of narrative studies, multimodal literacies, and applied games and learning research. From the gardens of Babylon to the stockyards of Chicago, students can explore 5 millennia of amazing interactive content, with ever more to come. With so many adventures out there, which one will you choose?
This interactive multimodal learning experience combines mobile entertainment tech with the power of narrative design, bringing the pages of history to life. History Adventures foregrounds the power of story, narrativizing the experiences of people who lived in past centuries in different epochs and locations around the globe. History Adventures officially piloted in the fall of 2020 at 5 schools in the United States, and among them are the Edison School of Innovation in Glendale, Arizona, the Harker School in San Jose, California, and Minnehaha Academy in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And among other data that we really appreciated gathering, over 80% of students reported that History Adventures had been successful in igniting their curiosity for learning about the past, which is really the highest order goal of the product. The product has received excellent press and reviews in media outlets ranging from education technology to screenwriting, and you can find a full list of all the press at historyadventures.co/press. We've also won a number of awards, including 2019 and 2020 Horizon Interactive Awards, and again, being nominated for the 2020 Best Educational App at the Reimagined Education Awards. So far to date, History Adventures has 3 major product releases. That is, the first is History Adventures Revolutions and Industrialization, covering the period from 1750 to 1900. The second is Empires and Interconnections from 1450 to 1750. And the newest piece is called Global Pandemics, which we're actively working on. It's going to be the best one yet. And this one covers 5 of the worst pandemics in world history, in fact. And here you can see all the characters we've developed so far. For Revolutions and Industrialization, we developed 5 original characters. For Empires, we developed 6 characters. And for the new product, Global Pandemics, we've also developed 5 original characters, each of whom represents a specific moment in time, a place, and a specific drama or high stakes, emotionally charged story moment that is intended to anchor the student's appreciation, understanding of history in emotional high stakes, and ideally in quality storytelling, and shall we say empathy for the character and their experience. And now I'm going to show some of the key features of History Adventures by demoing Empires and Interconnections. I'm going to show kinetic typography. I'm going to show magical cinematograph animations, animated interactive infographics, immersive 360 panoramas, choose your own adventure experience, IRL, visual representation of the characters, before and after world map features and explorable historical source documentation, and media-rich adaptive assessments. Okay, so now I'm going to demo History Adventures World of Characters, Empires, and Interconnections, 1450 to 1750. As discussed, there are 6 major characters in this product, and I'll just twirl down the table of contents so you can see at a glance. There's over 100 pages of original interactive animated content. So the first chapter is actually Ioannina, A Dream That Was Rome, the fall of Constantinople in 1453. But we're going to jump ahead to 1603 to the Tokugawa shogunate, to our character Ishi. And an example of animated typography, and in the next page, an example of an animated cinematograph. So this is meant to create an immersive feeling for the student. Essentially, it's meant to be a magical textbook. So it's an endlessly looping animation. It's kind of an idle state. And essentially, on an iPad, in a book-like experience, it should ideally make the character sort of come to life. Now I'll skip ahead to the interactive infographics. And as you can see here, we've designed the UI to be immersive and visually interesting and evocative of the period, the time, the place. And the student can click around the map and discover different features and pieces of information about the time, curated historical images and documents, and just different relevant information. And every now and then you're going to bump into, like this, a more sophisticated interactive feature, but you never quite know which one it's going to be. And that ideally should inspire students to want to explore the feature more. So by clicking on this icon, the student will be able to open the 360 feature. And you can basically explore around, and ideally it gives a sense of a place, a time, a moment in history that comes back to life. 360 and all the way around. Looking around, exploring, and finding different elements of the character. Try to evoke this unique and fascinating moment in time in history. And so now introducing the Choose Your Own Adventure feature, whereby our character Ioannina must make the difficult decision in the heat of the moment. Am I going to flee to Venice in the sort of last boat out, just as the walls of Constantinople are falling, the Ottoman army is besieging the city, or go and try to find her lover, Antony? So if you decide to flee to Venice, you get this particular ending. And so in the alternate ending, you're going to try to find your lover, Antony. So the idea here is that our character is actually in Hagia Sophia praying at the moment that Mehmed II, the Ottoman Sultan, enters Hagia Sophia in this remarkable moment in world history. uh, but the character is in her own unique drama, which is much more, shall we say, microcosmic in the stakes and her focus than in this macro history that's happening before her. And so that is, in a way, this bumping up of the micro and the macro. Another fun feature is that we showcase the characters IRL in real life. In other words, what would they look like if they were real, if they were photographed with a camera? And now I want to show one more interactive feature that I like. In particular, here we can see the map before and after first contact. And here in the map of the world from the European perspective, of course, there is no North and South America. And then, of course, after the initial Columbian exchange, suddenly you get this sense of these giant land masses that we didn't know existed before.